Look, why I got everybody's attention. I want to tell you something. It's so good to hear some good news every once in a while. It's been bad news happening around here in Gloucester and everywhere else every day. But I want to tell you about some good news. Because we're so tired of people getting killed. We so tired of people coming to the club where they don't have no business shooting up in the club just to be shooting and shit like that. People don't want to hear about that shit. People don't want to see that shit anymore. People want to hear some good news. But sometimes that's get tricky. What good news for some people is bad news for other people. And what's bad news for some people is good news for some people. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Now, don't get mad at me when I say it, but if you want to get mad at me, you can, because people get mad all the time. They get back glad or whatever. But see, it's bad news sometimes. Take, for instance, I got two instances I'm going to give you. It's been a lot of people selling bad, hardcore drugs that makes your sister, your auntie, your niece, your uncle, your daddy, your brother, your cousin walk around looking like fucking zombies. But the people that do that stuff, if you lock up the dealer, the people that do that stuff, that's bad news for them. For people like me, I don't like to see nobody looking like that. Nobody. I got kids. They all grown, but I got grandkids. I don't want to see them look like that. That's fucking bad news for me. I mean, it's good news for me when they get locked up. It's good news for me. But they gonna come, another one gonna come. And I hope he get locked up too. I don't give a fuck. But I mean, you people that think it's bad news when they get locked up, that's you. Hey, here's another instance. Here's another instance. Maybe you'll catch better on this one. They just had an election, and I was really pulling hard for Hillary Clinton. A lot of us was. She lost the election. It was bad news for some of us. Guess what? It was good news for some people too. But you know what? I was pulling for her. It's going to be good news to me regardless. Because I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing. But good news for some people is bad news. Bad news for some people is good news. Remember that. Check this out. I know a person that died. I'm 52 years old. I know a lot of shit. I know a person that died, and it was good news for some people, but it was bad news for some people. You see, he had some kids, and he was doing everything for those kids, for some of them. And for some of them, he wasn't doing a damn thing for them. But he had a lot of property. He had a lot of money. He didn't have no will. The kids that he was doing a lot for when he was living, they hated it when he died. It was bad for them. But the kids he wasn't doing a motherfucking thing for when he died. It was good news for them. They divided his shit up. And those kids that he wasn't doing a damn thing for, they finally got theirs. I'm just letting you know. Good news for some people is bad news for some people. Bad news for some people is good some people. Now look, I got some good news, but I just wanted to tell you that this is some good news. Forget all that silly shit I was just telling you about. It's true though. But look, I was in the store the other day shopping. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. No, it wasn't no New York. No, it wasn't no Los Angeles, California. It wasn't no New Mexico where they gonna build a wall and shit, or they pretend they are. But I was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is good news. Good news. For some of us, it's good news for me. It may not be. You may hate this. Some people may hate this shit, what I'm finna say. But I was in the store. I was looking for me a suit. The old boy loves suits. Everybody know the old boy loves suits. But I didn't find a suit. So I went on back to looking at the shoes. They had shoes in the store. And I seen a pair I had been wanting to wear around the house, to work around the house and stuff in, and maybe to work at work that'll keep your feet out of rain and stuff like that. And I finally seen a pair. It was my size 12. They didn't have one pair in there like that. That size was 12. But when I picked it up, it didn't have no price on it. No price at all. I looked on the bottom, I looked on the top, I looked all around to see was anybody looking at me, no price. So I found a person that worked in the store. And I asked her what was the price of it. She didn't know. She looked and she didn't see but one pair. That was the pair that we had in my hand, the size 12 that I was trying to buy. She told me to go up to the cash register where you pay for it and see what they say. So I went up there and checked this out. Now here come the good news. Just listen. This is good news. So I took those shoes and I went up there to the cash register. And she didn't see no price on it. And I told her the situation just like I just told you. And this is what she told me to do. She said, just go back there and pick a pair of shoes in your price range and come back and we'll check you out. Now I'm gonna tell you what happened. But first I'm gonna show you the shoes. Okay, these the shoes. I'm gonna try to put it on. I don't know if you're gonna see it or not, but these the shoes, the Boost shoes, like. Okay, so I hope you got a real good look at that. So I went back there. Now these here boots is size 12. So I went back there. I did exactly what she told me. I went back there and I picked out a pair of shoes that was in my price range. This is good news. Just listen, this is good news. And I picked out a pair of shoes. I don't know, maybe they fitted a baby feet or something. But it was a baby price too. I took it right on up to the cash register. And she checked it out. And I took the boots out that I brought her the first time. And I went out for the price of the shoes that I took out. And I was so happy. Now that's good news for me. But you know, if somebody out there that's hating on me or whatever, just hating me, it's not no good news. It's not no good news for me. We got what? Can't stop the old boy. You fucking can't stop the old boy.